Hello, my name is Amy, and I am a Nerdfighter fraud. This isn't to say that I'm not a nerd, and I definitely believe in everything the Nerdfighters stand for. I try to devote my life to decreasing world suck, and occasionally I actually try to remember to be awesome. My mission in life is to show people how wonderful the uniqueness of each individual person is, which seems to fit. It's just that there's this Nerdfighter community, this YouTube community thing, which I am here now. It's not really been something I've been involved with. I don't dislike Nerdfighters, obviously. They're a nice community that I respect, but I'm not going to flash a Nerdfighter sign in my video because I don't even know what the Nerdfighter sign is. I think I'm too old for it. I'm the same age as John Green. As I told Freda, the first contact we ever had with each other, when I wrote her licorice letter, or however it's pronounced. The reason I follow John Green is that I'm a teen librarian, and as a teen librarian, I really ought to follow people who are gods in the YA literature world. I would say that my online communities are primarily the Kidlitosphere and Geek Mom. The Kidlitosphere is it's a general term for everyone, librarians, authors, booksellers, other people in publishing who like to talk about children's books. And YA books is a kind of offshoot of that, although children's and YA are not the same thing. Thank you. Sure, I get a lot of work-related information through them, but it's also a community of people who like the same sort of things I like, and can get the same sort of inside jokes about the book world that I can get. It's a pretty amazing community, and technically John Green is part of that community as well, which is how I started following him. Geek Mom, on the other hand, is probably like the next step in human development of internet communities for nerds from Nerdfighters. Nerdfighters are young adults, and by young adults, I don't necessarily just mean teens, I also mean 20-somethings, and other people who haven't had children yet. No offense. But then you hit that point and your life changes forever, and yet you're still a nerd, and you still want to connect with the people who really understand you, and that's why the Geek Mom blog, and the people I've met through that blog, is such a perfect match. When you want to talk about the best way to introduce your children to the Star Wars movies in the best order, a mainstream parenting blog is probably not going to address that question. I like the idea of all sorts of different people who may have felt disenfranchised before finding a community like this online that is devoted to the positive, the uniqueness of individual people. It's kind of like when I went to college, in an honors college. It was a special honors dorm. We had our own private jokes based on our own shared honors classes that we took. And it was a strange a sensation for a lot of us. We were all, to some extent, geeks, and we were as different as can be. Every single person there was a different sort of geek. We had different interests, different politics, different religions, different backgrounds in general, and yet we shared this connection of enthusiasm for life and for learning. We shared this respect of each person's individual uniqueness. And it was a great environment to be in. Nothing at all like high school. And when you get that experience of finally finding your tribe, this is turning into an It Gets Better video. I recommend to anyone who is in high school or in the place where they've always been and hasn't found their tribe yet, don't give up. It doesn't mean they're not out there. It means that you just haven't found them yet. But you will.